What happens when you drive an SUV up on somebody's porch at about 35-45 miles an hour? Welcome to Miss Hood's School Bus Life. We're at the four-way stop, so I have to move on. So I drop the kids off at school, come back here, park the bus, jump in my car. I don't know. I'm going to try to get back there and film it, but I don't know if I'm going to get back there in time. I want to see the wrecker turn that car right side up. They've already pulled it out. I'm too late. When I arrived, there was a little old lady standing in the door. And I walked up to the door to talk to her. What happened?
Car.
I didn't realize at that moment that the car had come from the opposite direction and had knocked out two of the support posts for the porch. Did it come all the way up on the porch?
Oh yes, you see her car prints everywhere.
So I'm standing on this porch that has been driven over by an SUV. Is it safe to be on this porch?
Not really.
Two of the main supports are gone. I'm going to get off the porch, but thank you for talking to me. She started talking about what happened at 7:30 in the morning.
The track's way over there.
Oh my gosh. She was awakened at this noise. She came right up.
Over there, over here.
It's a miracle she just didn't push that whole thing down. This car coming on her porch.
I mean, we've got garbage strung from here to down.
Yeah, and tore out that. And the gutter.
The car was upside down.
Yes, it was. All my kids on the bus, you should have seen them. She was so sweet. She was still in shock.
They took her down to University Trauma Unit. She was in pretty bad shape.
Oh, yeah. I arrived there probably about 10 o'clock.
To get her out.
So when the car was upside down, was she still in it?
Yes.
She told me she lost her husband 3 years ago. And she said life hasn't been the same since.
Things have just not been the same.
So I talked to her. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe this. And I looked and I saw the tire tracks. And they went forever. The car came from here. How in the heck did this happen? Why did she end up here? I really would love to know the rest of the story. She went across and drove straight into that house. I know they had to use the jaws of life to cut her out of that vehicle. And they took her to the trauma unit at University Hospital. Went right up on the porch, which has one of the best emergency rooms, and flipped the car. I decided to go back to the beginning. She left the road right here. I was going to find out, where did her car leave the road? Right here you can see there's a tire mark right there. I am shocked at the path she traveled. She left the road, drove here. Did she fall asleep? It is a miracle. She hit that. See that? She hit right there. It is a miracle that she didn't die in that accident. She hit these wires with the top of the car, headed toward the telephone pole, and drives in between the pole and the wire. There she is, right there. Tire track. Almost pulling the wires out of the ground. And it looks like those got pulled out of the ground. But I wanted to show you the path that she took. There's no sign anywhere that she put her foot on the brake. See how deep this one is in the ground? See it? And then those, they got pulled out of the ground. That got beat up. She drives across the street into this woman's yard. And then she crosses the road. There's a little ditch, so car's going at a pretty good speed because it hits that ditch and it goes up. When she hit that ditch, she must have flown up, and then the car hit here and then hits the ground and digs through the grass. The bottom of the car hits here and barely misses the little red maple tree. She missed a very special red maple tree. The truth about the little red maple tree, this woman's husband planted. It was the last thing he planted before he passed away. That was the last thing her husband planted before he passed away. And there's a little bird's nest in it. Look. I told her, I said, there was an angel out there this morning that said, not this tree. She comes up this way, continues on its path, hits the steps with the driver's side. See tire tracks here? Driver's side, plows through those azalea bushes, hits the steps. Mercy, ripped them all up. Goes up on the porch, takes out the first post. Then she came in here and hit that. Came up on the porch. Takes out the second post.
Well, she could stand that tree.
I know it. And hits the tree.
The germs are all gone.
She hits the tree. I think she flipped over and then kind of hit the ground and slid around. And the back of the SUV hits the tree on the other side of the yard. There's glass out at the base of the tree. There's glass broken right there. Huh. So when I drove up to that four-way stop, that's where the car was laying. The lady said they had to use the jaws of life to get her out. The passenger side, not a scratch on the vehicle. It's a car mat. We couldn't see the driver's side, and if they had to use the jaws of life, it probably looked really bad. Gosh, did she hit that porch, the trees, and then this tree? When she went across that porch and took those posts out, there was a little glider swing that was there. There was a little charcoal grill thing. All of that got pushed off the porch. There were spindles all the way around the porch. She drove right through those and they went flying. Wow. That is unbelievable. She knocked the gutter off the porch and it went flying across the yard. There was no evidence of that car slowing down. I believe that something physically happened to her. Either she had a heart attack or she had a stroke. She turned from a main 4-lane highway onto this little 2-lane road. You drive a block and you come to the 4-way intersection. Something had to happen to her between the 4-lane highway and the 4-way stop. It's a really sad day in Miss Hood's school bus life. I really mean it when I say, drive safe, everybody.